Let's have a couple of questions and then we're going to talk a little bit about leadership as well. Yes.
So my first question is like, being a new agent, how do you let people or clients list with you when you have no listing experience?
Good question. So her challenge is she's a new realtor. How she should go and introduce people. And did you hear a phrase called fake it until you make it?
Yeah.
You believe on that?
Yeah, sure.
Fake it until you make it, right? Make it until you fake it?
Yeah, sure.
Huh? Fake it until you make it?
Take it until.
But that will create distrust, what you are
Well,
thinking.
it's.
That's not a great idea.
Yeah.
So let's say, I'll quickly go on to that. Otherwise, it takes like 4 or 5 minutes to explain it, but I'll quickly go through.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm a brand new realtor, right? And I come to you for a listing. So you ask me a question, sir. Raman, what about your experience? You ask me that question.
Why should I hire you because you don't have any listing experience?
So, Ash, I really, first of all, appreciate it. And I understand your concern as well. But let me tell you, I work with SaveMax. In last 10 years, we have sold more than 18,000 houses, more than $15 billion of real estate. And I'm pretty sure you might have seen our signs in the neighborhood. Yeah. So we work as a team. So I have an experienced team of brokers and even our broker of record. So we all get involved into that listing. You know what? By hiring me, you will be getting the services of our full team, right? And let me tell you, in your neighborhood, in last 15 days, we have sold 15 listings. How is that?
Impressive.
Did I fake it?
No.
But I smartly answered your question, but I did not answer you what you were asking,
Got it.
right? So this is what is the advantage of working in a team. At least 80%, I satisfied you. 80%.
So Raman, don't take it personally.
I will take it personally. Come on.
So around few years back, we were in the middle of a couple of offers, and you were from the seller side, and we had a very bad phone conversation. And at that time, I closed my door, and I don't want to even show Raman's listing because he wants to sell it to all his own realtors. And that tone was also very, very rude and sharp from you at that time. I saw drastic change in the entire way you're conducting yourself, the way you're talking, like it's different. So what was one thing which changed, which moved you to change paths? Because I saw drastic change.
And that is the fact. I was very arrogant. I was very rude. The reason is, success was here. I was thinking like I'm the king. Because every second street I had a listing, right? And it was an overnight success, which went onto my head. But I was not realizing it, right? So what happened, when I started like growing the business, building up the team, I was getting a lot of complaints about my realtors. Oh, this guy is misbehaving with me. So one realtor is calling from another company. Oh, this one of your team member was like kind of shouting at me. They did not let me show you the house and all that stuff. Everything was coming to me. And I was wondering, I said, what the heck is happening? If we keep getting the complaints like this, we will be out of the business. So I called 5 or 6 of my top guys who were doing the listings. And I said, guys, there is something wrong happening. We are getting a lot of complaints about your conduct in the market. And I failed to understand why it is happening. So, I was the team lead or boss. So everybody was, nobody was answering. And then one of my senior team members, Sachin, he stood and he said, Raman, if you don't mind, can I tell you something? I said, yes. He said, we all learned it from you. We observed you. We think that is the way to get success. And that was a shock of my life because I did not realize I'm arrogant, as it happens with everybody. I did not say anything onto that meeting. I said, guys, okay, we'll talk later on about this. 6 months, damn 6 months I worked on myself. I remember an incident when one of the realtor was actually shouting at me and abusing me at my office, and I was being very polite to him. I said, my dear friend, I'll try my level best to get you the deal. If I would have been the Raman, couple of months before, trust me, I would have kicked him, punched him, and put it out of my office. But that was a lesson of my life. Because, guys, if you want to grow in your life, learn to be humble. I worked on myself 6 months when I realized that I have become humble, or at least a presentable humble. I called everybody, all those 6 people, and I said, guys, today I'm giving you a warning. If any of you I get a complaint about you, I'm going to kick you out. So I think there are some incidences in life which teach you, which make you learn few things. And from there I started adopting this theory in my life. The more you grow, the humble you become. And I'm happy that you can see that change.
It is a bit.
So I have no hesitation and shame in accepting that I was arrogant.
That's how you learn.
Any other question?
Thank you.
But I really appreciate it.
I have a question, for the present, right, at the position where you are, what motivates you
What motivates me?
to wake up early, do the job and everything? So what's the
Lot of
motivation?
people think money motivates me.
Money is out of question.
But guys, money cannot give you that motivation. So today, my motivation is I want to create success for more and more people. Every day, I need to see one person who is getting better than what he or she was yesterday. So my passion is about the real estate industry. My passion is bringing youngsters into this field and helping them creating success for them. Right? So, in a nutshell, if I create one job every day, that is what motivates me. That is what gives me the kick and push. So you need to have a reason for yourself.
Yeah.
This is my reason. You have to find your own reason to motivate you.
Yeah, because that I was thinking of, because money is not the reason, that I go.
No, even at one point of time, money can be a good motivation. Like there are a lot of people who wakes up for money. But after you have enough,
Yeah.
then it stops motivating you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you talked about the motivation today. So, but what were the things that motivated you back then when you started?
Money. At that time, the motivation was money. The first motivation which I had when I left my job, when I was making $90,000. So I'll tell you, so I left my home at 9 o'clock in the morning for a job which I was doing in an immigration company. My salary was around $30,000-40,000. I used to make $60,000 commission. So it was close to $90,000 or $100,000. So 9 o'clock I sat in my car and I was thinking, how can I make $250,000, $250,000? And the first question I asked to myself, what is the problem in making $250,000? And the answer I got that 90,000 is the problem. And 9:30 I resigned my job. 9:30 I resigned my job. I had a mortgage on my name at that time. My wife was not working. I did not have real estate license. All kind of problems were there. So, guys, if you learn the importance of being ignorant in your life, you can get success. Only those people who are smart and intelligent it's very hard for them to get success. Being ignorant is the biggest quality what a person should have. Ignorant. But at one point of time, money was a big motivation for me.
Ignorant of
Lot many things. Ignorant of negative comments.
So going back to his question again, so after 9:30 you resigned, but you had a mortgage and number of expenses on your name. What did you do at that time?
Started rushing for the license.
Okay.
I had done 2 phases of real estate at that time.
Right.
So I was taking it like casual. And then I was like, okay, wherever I get the course, like the 3rd phase, you have to go to the class. So I got somewhere in London because now I'm not doing the job. So I finished it faster. I used to go and tell everybody. The day I got my license, I went everybody, everywhere. I got my real estate license. I got my real estate license. Even if I get a dog, I used to tell him, Bo, I got a real estate license. Maybe, he go and he tells his owner.
On that note, I have a question. Like you said, most of the initial deals were friends and family, but I think we all have dealt with rejection from friends and family. Like when you are a realtor, not every friend and family will work with you, and they might not even refer you. So how do you deal with that?
Yeah. So it was not actually the rejection. What is the definition of rejection?
Rejection in the sense like they wouldn't work with you, but
No, that is not called rejection. Rejection is I came to you and you said no to me. That is called rejection. Rejection is not that you don't even know about it. So if I don't know and I don't give you business, that is called as an ignorance or not having the right knowledge and information. The problem is not the rejection. The problem is you did not go and tell your friends that you are a realtor, you will protect their interest, you will make sure, you will do a good deal, you will not tell anybody else. That was not rejection. That was being secretive to your friends and family. First thing I did, I went and started shouting out to everybody, I'm a realtor. Second thing I did, whosoever friend I met, I said, listen, because he knew I'm a new realtor. Listen, I know you know I'm a new realtor, but I promise you, I'll work my ass off to get you a good deal. Another promise I do to you, when you and me are dealing, none of my friend circle will come to know that I'm buying a house for you. Third thing, if you ever feel you don't want to disclose your financial information to me, I will make sure you are dealing with the bank and I'll give you in the writing that I will not get any information from that person. That is what we don't do. That is why, listen, people, why friends and family members don't do business with you? Because they don't trust on you. They don't trust on your capabilities. They don't trust that you're not going to disclose the information to the common network. And we don't speak about it.
Like first you thought for the first year you do like 50 families, right? The second year was it 90. But how you change your thought process to like 500? How that like just 100 actually? How the thought process changes?
I'll answer this question differently. People come and ask me how I can become a millionaire. And I said, you can never become a millionaire. Because you're not learning to earn $1,000. You're not learning to earn $10,000. You want to become a millionaire. You don't become a millionaire like that. You first have to learn to make $1,000, then 10,000, then 100,000, then a million. So that was never ever a dream, guys. So my first dream when I launched SaveMax, so I was doing 90 deals. My first dream was to do 50 deals under SaveMax only. Because I knew that I am opening up a brand new company. Nobody knows what SaveMax is. I might lose the business which I am doing right now. Because it will be hard for people to have a trust and faith on a brand new brand. So that was the first target. When we achieved that, we started thinking, because at that time the average transaction was 400,000-500,000, right? So the next target what we had is how we can achieve $100 million sales. I was the one who brought the concept of advertising the sales volume. Go check 15 years before, realtors were promoting themselves. Oh, I made $200,000 commission. I got my award for most of the brokerages awards are like that, based on the commission. I thought, come on, man, they are just talking about $200,000. I should talk big. So I started saying, I sold $20 million real estate. I sold $100 million real estate. So my next target was to sell $100 million real estate. And you know what we did at that time? We actually booked Gore Plaza. There was a pub. We booked the whole pub, called 100 of my friends and celebrated we did 100 million. The commission was maybe 1.5, 2 million in that. But our celebration, I still have the pictures on Facebook. It was everywhere. We had that $100 million posters and all that stuff. It's about the mindsets. And even today we talked about, he said we sold $15 billion real estate. Think big. Think big. So first thing is, guys, keep targets for yourself. My target was never to do 500 deals. My first target was to do 50 deals. When I achieved on 50, I took it to 100. When I achieved 100, my next target was 250. When I achieved 250, my next target was 500. Right? Then automatically, so I always used to take that risk in my life. All right, so we were talking about what is the problem in the... So guys, the leadership is not there. The reason behind that is the way the industry has been formed. Right? Think about it. In your brokerage, you cannot have a leader. The reason is everybody is a competitor. Am I right? You're competing with everybody. How can you have a leader there? And that is what is lacking in the industry. Now, another big challenge. A lot of broker of records, they were not a success in real estate industry themselves. They did not open a real estate brokerage. They opened a business. How are they going to understand what is the requirement of the realtor? For them, it's just a business, just another number. Come into my company, pay me $300, be your own boss. This thought process of being your own boss is the biggest killer of the real estate industry. Because if you're own boss, who's going to come and teach you? Nobody. And even if there's somebody who's willing to teach you, you're not going to learn. Because you are thinking the day you get your real estate license, I am my own boss. And that's it. So the education system has a little challenge. I always tell brand new realtors, 2 years, work on your real estate like working on a job. Learn, go and ask questions. But again, another challenge in most of the systems is if you go and ask question, who's going to answer you? First of all, 99% people don't want to answer you, and 1%, they are not available. Guys, I'm not telling you that when somebody joins SaveMax, success is 100% guaranteed. No, I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you, if you have an attitude of success, success is 100% guaranteed. We can make a difference of 20-30% onto your performance, right? So this was the challenge of the real estate industry, why there is no leadership, because that's how the industry has been built up. You are competing with every single person out there in your team. So I understood that challenge and problem, and we thought we're going to build up a system where there's a leadership. Where there's a leadership to teach real estate to people. So what we do is, first of all, when anybody joins SaveMax, there's a batch going on there. 15 days, you're full-time on the training. And then first 6 months, we don't let any realtor go outside without a mentor. Because those 3 or 6 months are very important. He was telling his story. What if he would have lost his first deal? He would have been demotivated from the industry. And that's what happens with a lot of realtors. We're going to break the jinx of the real estate industry. Real estate industry में 2 ही level हैं. Either you are a realtor or you are a brokerage owner. No other level in between. So why your brokerage would make you an owner for the brokerage? Because if they do that, you are a competitor. Am I right? So, guys, this is an important aspect. You need to have a good leadership. Now, you can be that leader. You can build up that team. I can help you to become that leader. I can guide you to become that leader.
Hey guys, we just completed our session roundtable with Raman today with 10 other realtors, and it was a great session. Trust me, it was so much fun. We learned so much. We learned about how Raman started his business, what his thought process is, and what his vision is. And it's really inspiring to learn from somebody who's done it all. And the fruit was a plus. So do join this session. It was a great help, and I hope I can implement all of his suggestions in my business. Thank you.
Just feeling lucky to be a part of Roundtable with Raman. Got to learn so many things for Raman sir. Got to learn about their stories and how to start, where can I start, and how to grow mainly. It was a very interactive session, answered all my questions, and I'm lucky to be a part of it. And delicious food again. Thank you, Raman sir, for arranging it.
We had an amazing session today at Roundtable with Raman. It was a great group, and it's such a fantastic learning personally for me, because I learned a lot of new things today from all the participants, and the best part was their enthusiastic questions. So guys, how was the session today? Fantastic. You had good time? Good. Some little learning as well, but it was fun too.
It was.
And how was the food, by the way? Food was good? Very good. So stay tuned with us, and we'll be bringing more sessions like this. Love you all. Thank you very much, and follow us for more.